Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here with Practically Squared. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. So first off, do you guys know what day it is?
It's April 1st.
Well, yeah, but that's not exactly what I meant. Today's going to be the day where I finally reveal to you guys why I've kind of changed my tune on suppressors, and I feel like they're not worth it anymore. There's a myriad of reasons why I feel these devices really aren't worth it, and we're going to get into that today. So we got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about dates back to the creation of suppressors. Whenever the suppressor was designed, the original patent for it was classified as a silencer. Whenever the National Firearms Act of 1934 was enacted, they put silencers on there. So these days, the companies refer to these and the government refers to these as silencers. And being completely honest, that's a complete fallacy. That's a lie. That's not true at all. And it's ridiculous that these companies, and especially the government, calls these things silencers, because the reality is, if you ever shot a 5.56 suppressed, they don't actually silence anything. Sure, it knocks the decibels down a little bit to a manageable tone, so if you have to take a couple shots without a ear pro, you're good. Sure, generally you get some flash reduction. Sure, you get a little bit of recoil reduction. Sure, there's advantages to it, such as not disturbing other people on the range, but the reality is it's not actually silencing the thing, and it's a complete lie. That'll lead me into my second point. My second point is going to be the movie industry. If you've ever watched John Wick or some of the other gun-related movies out there, you know that the suppressor companies are supporting those movies, and they're portraying the devices as sounding like a mouse farting into cotton. And the reality is that's not how it actually sounds. These things, like we said, are pretty loud depending on which one you're going to talk about. Sure, a rimfire suppressor sounds pretty good. Sure, a 9mm suppressor on a pistol with subsonic ammo sounds pretty good. Sure, 300 blackout sounds pretty decent, but none of them are silenced. So it's kind of ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that these companies are supporting the movie industry that's portraying it in such a bad way. It's not actually right. If they're going to portray it like it sounds like that mouse farting into cotton, then you should be able to buy this thing and it should sound like a mouse farting into cotton. That's not the reality, though. The next reason I want to get into why suppressors kind of aren't worth it is the HPA, the Hearing Protection Act. So, for those of you guys who are unaware, the Hearing Protection Act was originally introduced about 4 or 5 years ago. And at the time, we had Republican Congress, Republican Senate, and it looked like we were going to go pretty good. However, there were some hurdles along the way, and HPA kind of got put off. But trust me, nowadays we got a really good president, we got really good congressmen, we got a really good Senate, and they're going to support us. Like, these people care about us. Maybe. Maybe now's not the time. Maybe I take that back. Now's probably not the time. But trust me, there's going to be an election coming up soon. We're going to go through. We're going to get people in there that are going to look out for gun owners. For once, the government is going to care about our Second Amendment, and they're going to value it. And the HPA is going to go through. I mean, sure, you'll probably have to pay an excise tax or something like that, but it's going to be worth it. So just wait for the HPA to go through. The next thing I want to get into is the age-old discussion of whenever you buy a suppressor, you got to send your fingerprints to the government, and you got to go through all the process, and you got to pay the man $200. And, originally I kind of thought, hey, it's a device that I feel is worth it, so I'm going to do it. But the older I've got, and maybe the more fuddy I've got, I've really kind of turned the page. And I don't know that it's worth it. I mean, sure, I've owned suppressors for 6 years, and I've never had the government come and raid my house. But you know that they're going to. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to come and they're going to raid your house. And we all know the way the government is. I mean, they like to shoot animals. Do you have animals? Do you love your animal? Do you love your dog? Do you want your dog to be shot? Then you probably shouldn't buy a suppressor. Suppressors, I mean, honestly, they're a decent investment to a certain extent. But the more I've kind of grown in my knowledge and my experience, I'm kind of starting to feel like suppressors aren't worth it. I mean, this 22 can, pretty loud. This Rugged Obsidian 45 sounds pretty good, but like it's not actually silencing it. And the man's going to come after me. I got to get rid of this thing. The Sierra 5, I just got this thing and I completely regret it because it's not actually silencing my gun. And the man's going to come after me. Oh, wait! All right, guys. So if you guys couldn't tell by now, this was a complete spoof. It's April Fool's. This is my April Fool's joke video. Guys, I love suppressors. There's a million reasons why you should get a suppressor. We're going to have a lot of content coming out in the future covering suppressors more. I have a lot of content on the channel covering suppressors. If you guys laughed a little bit in this video, definitely feel free to share it with your friends. We got a lot of stuff coming on the channel. If you guys head over to Instagram, at Practically Squared on Instagram, I've been posting a lot of behind the scenes content over there. I've been traveling around the country to go to 1 and 2 day PRS matches. I've been training my butt off. I've been getting gear in. I've been really busy with that. So I haven't posted a lot recently, but whenever I get time, we're going to be making some videos and we'll keep the channel rolling. Guys, as always, remember to like, share, subscribe, go check out some other videos. Remember to train hard, shoot fast, and most importantly, be safe. God bless.